What are y'all doing? Are we bathing? Actually, he's dusting. That's what we call it. Show him how you do it. Hey everyone, welcome back to Homestead in a Box. My name is Leah and I'm super grateful to have you here today. Today we're going to talk about succession sowing, and I'm going to be thinning out my carrots and my radishes. It's one thing a lot of people always dread having to do, because a part of you, once your seeds have successfully sprouted, the last thing you want to go in and do is pluck them out. However, it's really important to go in, especially with radish and carrot. It is with everything, but like right now my main ones are radish and carrot that I need to go in and thin out. I'm also just going to kind of catch you up on what my turnips are looking like, just really what the garden's looking like today. But first things first, I am going to thin out my carrots, but I'm also going to plant some in its spot, and I'm going to succession sow them. So let's do that and I'll explain a little bit more about it. Alright, so as you see here, I have my rows of carrots. Some of them are a lot closer together than others. I'll zoom in and show you where you can kind of see where I'm going to go in and thin these at. Depending on who you ask, everyone's going to tell you something different about how they thin their carrots. For me personally, I try to remember the variety that I'm growing in that particular space. And just kind of keep carrots, obviously you guys know how carrots grow. They're elongated. So as long as they have enough room, they're actually growing down. So and basically, honestly, y'all, there's really no wrong way to do it. Even if you have carrots that are completely jumbled together, they're just going to intertwine and grow together. So I am going to show you here how these are really close together, and I'm going to thin those out so those carrots have more room to grow. All right, so you see my rows of carrots. I really need to come in and weed this. You can kind of see here, I don't know if you can see where my hand, okay, right here. See this empty spot here? There's kind of like an empty spot, and then we're migrating over into our rows over here. This is actually where the turkey came in and ruffled some things up. Like you can see some of them have actually survived. They're just real thin. Let me see if I can zoom into that. Okay, yeah, so they're just real thin. But we're gonna thin these out, and I'm actually gonna plant some more carrots. So let's do that. Alright, and all of those carrots that you take out, check these out. These are not wasteful. They taste literally just like a carrot. Like you can eat them and it tastes just like a carrot. Some people make, I put them in with like salads, eggs. Some people make pesto with it, but all of those baby carrots that you pull out, you can kind of see these ones were, some of them were purple, orange, white. I grow a really wide variety of carrots. But nothing has to go to waste. So you can keep these, put them in your salads, on top of sandwiches, things like that. And if anything that you want to add a little bit of carrot flavoring to, you can add these too, and it works just fine. So now that I've thinned out my rows, I'm actually going to go in and plant some carrot. The variety I have, it's a pelleted carrot, which just means the seeds, if you've ever grown carrot seeds, you know carrots, the seeds are really tiny, but these pelleted seeds allow you to be able to see the seed better, and they don't get washed out so easily. I bought these from some locals here who sell seeds. Not Whole Farms is the name of their place. And I really actually love these pelleted seeds because I know exactly where I'm putting that carrot. So, and where I've kind of cleared these rows out, I'm going to go in and succession sow some more carrots. And then I'll tell you why I'm succession sowing carrots. gaps here in my rows, I'm just gonna go in with my hand here, just like I planted the rest of these carrots. I have videos on my YouTube showing you how to plant carrots. People are really intimidated of planting carrots, and you shouldn't be. Ooh, I really love this pelleted seed because you can pretty much just place it where you want it. So anywhere there's gaps, I'm gonna go in succession sow. So carrots are frost hardy. You can grow them in the winter, they'll survive. You can store them in the ground. So that's the cool thing about carrots is you can store them in the ground until you need them, except in the summertime. I learned this the hard way. I kept a lot of my carrots in the ground, but then when I went to harvest them after I got home from vacation in Florida, the tops have wilted down and I wasn't able to just pull the carrot from the ground. I actually had to dig my carrots up. Sorry for the turkeys in the background. Well, I can't really apologize for the turkeys or for the construction because I'm grateful for both of them. So here I've gone in and I have planted some more carrots. Even over here on this side, I'm gonna just kind of come in and just stick some of these carrot seeds because they are pelleted and I can see where I'm placing them. Man, that makes it a lot easier. I might have to look into pelleted carrot seed from here on out. I'm also gonna go along this line here and then I'll show you all the rest of the rows of what all we have growing in here. Anyway, so succession sowing your carrots just enables it helps ensure that you'll have carrots growing into spring, really, depending on how many you plant, how many rows you plant. Some people don't like a lot of carrots, they just want to experiment with them, and if that's the case, you know, that's even better. But there's these, and I'm going to come in over on this side and get the rest of these planted over here. And then when we move down here, here is all of my spinach. I need to come in and harvest some spinach, which I'll take with me this week. And then you can see where I've already succession sowed some more spinach over here in this row, right next to this one. If I wanted to come in and succession sow some more, I could along this side of it right here. We'll migrate over here to my beets. My beets are looking really good. They're super pretty. They're so pretty, my beets are. I need to obviously weed this garden like a lot, like that's weeds over there. Here's some more of my beets. They're looking really good compared to last year. You can see this right here, that's just morning glory or a moonflower, something that needs to come out. I have a lot of volunteers coming up. So there's this bed down there at the end is where all of my turnips and my collards are. They're coming up pretty good. We'll kind of mingle this way. My purple hull peas, they're actually, I need to come out and harvest some of these. You can see these right here. But then the ones here, I just need to come out and harvest, let them dry. I've never actually cooked these as purple hull peas. I always just allow them to be dry beans and then cook them as dry beans. Maybe I should try a recipe with them. If you have a recipe for them, let me know down in the comments below. These have been growing all summer. I've just kept watering them and feeding them with rabbit manure, and they're going. Over here, my okra has just, gosh, gone crazy, really. I need to come out and harvest some. Some's obviously large that I've just kind of let go, but really surprised with how well my okra has done. All of my flowers are looking beautiful. They're so big. Some of these zinnias are massive. Look how big that, I mean, this is my hand. It's so big. If you're new here, I grow flowers. I recently started selling them to a flower shop this year in 2023. Next year we plan on really amping up our grow space for flower production for 2024. That's a whole nother video in itself, but I do have to come out later and harvest flowers so I can deliver them to the flower shop this week. Alright, so this radish bed looks beautiful. That's a whole lot of green there, huh? But as you see, in order for them to grow properly, I need to thin them out. Okay, I'm going to do with the radish just like I did with the carrot. I'm going to come in and thin these out and plant some more radish in the places that are going to be a little bit more empty than others. As we migrate over here to this bed, you can see this is where I have some cabbages. Here, my cabbages are looking really good. Some Brussels sprouts, some cabbage and Brussels sprouts. I also have some more cabbage, that's a sunflower, that I need to come in and plant on this back side that I haven't quite done yet, but I'm going to do that this evening before I water the garden really well. This over here is looking good, but really I want to show y'all my tomatoes. So this garden over here is kind of a jungle, as you see. I mean, seriously, just looks like overgrown craziness, which it kind of is. However, it's also putting off a lot of food right now. Look at all these tomatoes. I'm gonna go around. Look at all these clusters. I mean, that's a ton of tomatoes, y'all. So many tomatoes. Look at these vines. They're just weighed down with cherry tomatoes. I mean, it's insane. It's so crazy to me. Let me get me a little snack out of here. Look. Look at this. Y'all, tomatoes. Tomatoes, tomatoes everywhere. And they're super good. I love this variety. So good. All the tomato vines, look at them. They're clear down here. I have tomatoes growing on the ground. I mean, it's insane, y'all. Look, this is the back side of my garden of my tomatoes. They're all over the place. I'm not mad about it. Those are just my cherry tomatoes. My pineapple sage has gone to flower. Look at these beautiful flowers. So beautiful. I've been getting patty pan squash off of these squash plants. Some more green tomatoes. And then over here, there's so many tomatoes in here too. So we're gonna hope that they all ripen up before our first frost comes. This whole thing is like a jungle in here. You've got so many Amish paste, so many. I mean, I'm just hoping and hopeful that they all turn before the frost comes. And hello. Can y'all believe I still have lavender alive? Like, I cannot believe this. All right, everyone, a really short video today. I just wanted to catch everybody up on my garden, just show you what it's looking like. We are moving into colder temps, so I am taking into consideration that I need to start getting my greenhouse plastic in order to be able to cover these crops that I have here. Everything, like I said, everything is frost hardy. However, having an extra layer of protection is always a good idea. A few things that you still have really plenty of time to plant right now to be able to have a garden all winter long is all of your lettuce, salads, whether it be head lettuce, pinch and come back again lettuce, it doesn't really matter. Spinach, radish, carrots, turnips, mustard greens, all of your greens, all of your mustards, hello Bessie, all of those things. Let me see. Most of your root vegetables, all of your hardy things. You're still in October. Our first frost here isn't estimated until November. However, as long as some of those things have life in them and they've grown up to be a certain amount, like they'll still survive the winter and they'll still grow. Their growth will just be slowed down a little bit because in the winter you don't have as many daytime hours as what you have. Gross. Quit. Get back in the summer. But anyway, it's usually Maynard's still in the show, but Bessie's still in the show today. So anyway, y'all, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. As always, I'm sending you good vibes. Send some good vibes to somebody that you know, and we'll see you all next time. Tell them bye, Bess. Say, we'll see y'all next time. Oh.